Hey guys, I'm Kenzie and I'm starting cosmetology school today at Paul Mitchell School of Cleveland, and I'm super excited to start this journey. I am aspiring to become an all-rounded cosmetologist, excelling in all cosmetology fields. The reason why I decided to attend Paul Mitchell is because of the very welcoming energy I received during the tour. And I enjoyed the tour so much that it made me want to go look further into the school and get some opinions from the students that attended the school. So I checked social media and watched a couple of vlogs from students, and they had plenty of good things to say about the school. So I actually toured Paul Mitchell back in August or maybe the beginning of September, which is actually when I decided to go to cosmetology school instead of college, 2 weeks before I started school at a community college near me. What stopped me from attending Paul Mitchell classes in September was the last minute decision to go to cosmetology school, financial and transportation issues, which obviously worked out because I am now in the January classes. Well, this is me getting ready for my first day, which I'm sure you guys can obviously tell. I'm just doing my basic makeup routine that I do every regular day. I barely ever change it up. So I was very nervous because I'm a shy and quiet person. Like, I was absolutely nervous. But everyone in the class was very welcoming and the vibe in the class was nice. All of the learning leaders were at the front door, letting everybody in, like saying hi, asking like if we're new students, so they'll like have a sign in or whatever. And they pointed us to our class and we got started. I entered the core classroom and there were name tags on our tables. There were like six of them per table, about 6 to 7 of them. And there were iPads at each, name tag. I was very excited to see the iPad because I had broken my previous iPad, which I was so heartbroken about. But the first things we did in class was set up our iPads and update them. While we were waiting for them to update, we did an icebreaker to introduce ourselves to the class, and we got to know each other pretty well. Well, actually not too well, but we got to know certain things about each other, like why we decided to go to the school. A lot of people did say they decided to go because they liked the energy during the tour, which is the same as me. I really enjoyed the energy, like I said previously. But the day pretty much consisted of introductions. We got to know some of the staff. We worked on setting our iPads up completely. We worked on like logging into our classes, getting our apps downloaded. And we also signed some more papers and did another tour, a more in-depth tour. We learned where the bathroom was, the microwaves, the refrigerators, and we got to know what each office, what the offices do and who were in the office and what the front desk does. So I didn't get any footage at the school because I was very nervous. I felt very shy and I just didn't want to record because I felt like, I don't know. I just didn't want to be looked at like, oh my goodness, she's recording, So I didn't get any footage. But once I got home, I looked on Instagram and saw that the school posted that there will be no school tomorrow and that we're having a snow day. So this was my first day of cosmetology school completed. And here's my second day. So on my second day of cosmetology school, which is now Wednesday since we had a snow day on Tuesday, we took notes and we learned about the hair texture and the bone structure of the skull. So I didn't really record at school today again, so I'll keep this second day pretty short. Like I said, we took notes and today felt a lot better. I felt more comfortable because I was just here Monday. I just did this. I've seen these people already. So I felt a little bit more settled in, but again, I was still pretty much nervous. But everyone was still nice. We kind of just focused on the notes and what our instructor was saying. Both of our instructors are very nice. I enjoyed them a lot. So we'll be having them during the entire core, which is about 2 months, I think, or a little bit over 2 months. But I really like the instructors. They're super nice and super cool. So my third day of cosmetology school was my favorite this week. We were very hands-on today. So we walked into the classroom and I noticed there were boxes all around the rooms, which I assumed they were our kids. So I got very excited, but they weren't. But also they were our mannequins. So I was very excited to see that. So when it was mentioned that we'll be having mannequin heads, I thought there were going to be multiple mannequin heads, but no. We had this one plastic head that was like, no hair on it, no makeup, no face. Really, it just had the outline of the face, like a nose and eyes and lips, but no details on it. Along with the plastic head, there were multiple slip-on covers. The slip-on covers were, I guess, mannequin heads without the mannequin part. So the slip-on covers had the makeup, well, the face on it, the eyes, lips, and everything, and it also had hair. We had two of the mannequin slip-on covers that had short, straight hair. It did have a slight wave to it, but not too much. We had one with long hair and another with a beard and long hair, and then the last one was a curly textured hair. We were instructed to take the mannequin with the longest hair out, and we were taught how to set it up. And as you guys can see, I was having like a bit of a tough time setting it up. The rubber band was like very, very tight. It's like that thick rubber band you guys could see me putting on. So I kept trying to tie the hair up and try different methods. And I'm so sorry for leaving a mannequin like this. This looks so scary. It's giving me Attack on Titan vibes. And it just looks very terrifying. Since our kits haven't arrived, we were given tools to use like combs, clips, brushes, spray bottles, and rubber bands, and any other things you'll see in this video. And please, please ignore my double chin throughout this video and the next videos I post. It's just, I don't know, just ignore it, please. So we were instructed to part the mannequin's hair into 4 different sections and put clips on them. So the reason why we parted it in 4 different sections is because we're learning how to do braids now. So here are my 4 sections up close. They aren't very neat. So the first braid that we were taught to do was the visible braid. We would go up to our instructor and we'll watch him do it, and he'll do it multiple times. He'll tell us the steps to do it. So what we're doing is we're going to take it and do it as like a one strand instead of going down the head into the scalp. So we learn how to do it that way. And then next we're going to go ahead and braid it down the scalp. So what we do, which is differently than another braid, is we go over the middle. We use the right section and pass it over the top of the middle section. And then we take the left section and pass it over top of the middle section. I know it sounds very confusing. It's hard to explain. Like, we literally had to learn it by watching him. I definitely had a hard time with it. I had to keep redoing it because it's not the normal way that I braid. I always braid with the left and right strands going under. So this was just a lot harder and different, and it was hard to get used to. I did eventually get done with it. It looks pretty nice, and now we're moving on to the invisible braid, I believe it was called. If it's not called that, sorry, but I think that's what it was called. So this is basically your regular braid, like I was saying, what I'm used to, using the left and right to go over the middle section. So that's what I'm doing here. So I just kept doing it because I was used to doing it, and I kept restarting it to make sure it looked nice, and here they both are. So I'm actually going to show the braids again so you can see the difference. On the left, you can see like the definition of the braid more, and then on the right, you can see it's kind of more loose and look like it's just thrown in there. Also, I probably didn't do it fully correctly on the right, but that is the one I'm used to. It just kind of looks messy. But yeah, as you can see, there's more detail on the left side. So now we're moving on to the fishtail braid. So I'm pretty familiar with fishtail braids. They're very simple. You take small sections from each side. You use 2 different sides or sections. I'm not sure how to explain it very well. I just know how to do it. I just seen it because I'm more of a visual learner. I'm not good with things being explained to me. So I don't know how to explain it myself, but I'm used to this. So it was pretty easy for me. I knew how to do it and got it done pretty quickly. And I believe I did keep redoing it because I just had time to, and I want to perfect it. So here's the up close. It looks pretty nice and neat. So now I'm taking it out because we're going to do the fishtail braids to the scalp. I can't remember what they call it, so that's why I'm using these words. As soon as I do remember it, maybe I'll put it in the description of what we did, but that's what I'm calling it for right now. So this one I did struggle with a bit because I've never done a fishtail braid like this, so it was a bit harder for me. But I did get it done pretty nicely. It was pretty quick. I did retry it to try to get it nicer, but it was done and it was decent. So we are also told we should fluff out the fishtail braid to give it a nicer look. So I attempted to do that, but I did do the fishtail braid a bit too tight to be able to get that nice and full look. But I was able to do a little bit of something. So here's another close-up look of that. I didn't really care for it, but there it is. So right now we're going to be doing cornrows. We were given a bit of product to use on it so we won't have too much of a hard time. It was like a bit of edge control or like some type of gel. It was a nice product that helped keep it very, very neat, and I really was thankful for it. I wish we were able to use it on the other parts of the hair, but we weren't able to. So I still enjoyed it a lot. Like, this part was like way better. This is what I'm used to because I like braiding down my own hair to do wigs or whatever. So I was very, very, familiar with this. So I did forget to film a close-up of the cornrows as well. So you guys did miss out on that. So hopefully I'll get to do it again, or I'll even do it at home and just show you guys. So now we're moving on to the ponytail, which I was a little confused about the process of, because we had to use a rubber band and 2 bobby clips, and that's our rubber band there. It was very hard to use and understand. I've never done it before. And again, I'm very sorry for the close-up of the mannequin. I know it looks very creepy and very scary. So this is the ponytail. My ponytail came out very loose and very looped and whatever. It just didn't look nice and appealing. So I kept retrying it. But once again, I've never done a ponytail this way, so I had a hard time with it. Here's a close-up look over the back. You can see how it looks. And we had to wrap hair around the ponytail, which I'm used to doing as well. Here's another closer look to it, which you can't really see too much, but that was it. So we did another style. I don't remember the name of it, but basically we just took the ponytail and looped it up and then looped it back. It was very confusing. So right here, we're doing a French twist. So I'm parting part of some of the hair in the front, and I'm teasing the hair in the middle back section. And I'm getting ready to flip the hair over. I did have a hard time with this, and I didn't really like my outcome, but it was my first time doing it. We had to use so many bobby pins to achieve this look. So right here, I'm rolling the hair up, and it just looks a mess. You guys can see that. And I'm just putting a whole bunch of bobby pins in, and here it is. It was terrible, but another student came and helped me, and it just looked way better after that help. And then we were instructed to take all the bobby pins out, which is what you guys see me doing. So once the bobby pins were taken out, we were instructed to comb out the hair and spray it down with water and put rollers into the hair. So we were shown how to do that. We part the hair using the roller to measure the size of the part. And then we comb everything back, section everything out the way. And then we get to rolling. So we need to keep the hair at the high elevation and then put the roller at the back of the hair and you just start rolling down. And we did this all the way back, going in like a mohawk shape. And it was pretty simple and it's pretty easy to me, and I really liked it. So here's how the roller set turned out. We were told to keep all the rollers in and that we'll come and see the finished look of it Monday when we come back to school. So this week was very exciting. I really enjoyed it, and I felt very ready to get into doing hair, makeup, and nails, and whatever else we're going to learn. What I'm really excited to learn how to do is color hair, and also learn how to do silk presses because I've never done one correctly. I'm very excited to start Paul Mitchell, and I'm ready to see what this gives me and brings me.